Hi everyone, it's Jean from Jean's Gems, and I'm just sitting in my little art office today and wanted to share with you all a couple things on Freestyle Friday. Now, the idea of Freestyle Friday is to come up with something that you may have been thinking about making, but maybe you're anxious about doing it and you want to try it out and see how it works. And one of the things that I've been wanting to do for a while is work on some eye images. Now, I am a designer for Kim Newberg, and I use a lot of her images in my art, along with some others that I have as well. But she has a sheet right now on her coffee site that is free, and she has a mixed digital sheet that has all these little girls on it, and I already have cut a lot of mine out. But one of the things that I really like about these are the eye prints. So when you go on to her website, her coffee site, you can download these for free, but you get like inchy size, and then you get these narrow ones. So you can do all kinds of things with these. She also has on her membership site, or on the same site, but on her membership side, she also has some more of these. I don't know if I have any that are not cut out. Let me see. I enjoy fussy cutting, so usually when I find, when I get something, I go ahead and cut it out and then store it. It just saves me time later. So here are some of the ones that are under her Daunting Darlings sheets. Now, these are on the membership side, the larger ones, but you get all these different amazing children images and young girl images, and they're really quite pretty. I don't know if I have any more laying here, but go over to her site, and some of these I have printed onto cardstock, and then some of them I have also printed on, these two are two of my favorites because I like the pink, but some of these I also printed on just regular copy paper. So if you're looking for some really beautiful, rich children or young girl images, I encourage you to stop by her shop. The first image that I used was this young wishful lady that I just had a pre-made backing, and I added onto it some print, a little print here, a little tag topper. This is just like a butterfly washi sticker, and then I tore the edge of the image, and then this is just a little rose dangle that I put on it. I kept everything kind of in the pink color scheme, and then I decided she needed a little pocket, so I put her in this little pocket, and she's just adorable. So the back has journaling space on the on it, or if you don't want to use the journaling space, you can always adhere this to the back. I would encourage probably clipping it in, because I did use these. If you use anything that's three-dimensional on the back, I just use these to seal the end of the ribbon. But anything that you use is three-dimensional that's not going to lie flat in your journal, you may want to add with a paper clip. So this is the first one I made, and this paper is amazing. It came from the Dollar Tree, and they sell it in packages in different colors, and my friend bought it for me. But we were laughing because the one color that we really liked was this very vibrant glittery gold, and it only had one sheet. So and it's only like oh, here I have it. So it's only like this much of it left. So I've been hoarding it and just using little tiny pieces on it for different things. So that's the little shout out there for Kim, and I want to make sure that you all have a chance to go over and get some of her images. She has some amazing things on her site. I just got these from her as well, which are like little French labels, because I never seem to have enough. So I cut those all out, and I'm going to ink them, of course, and then they'll be ready to go for clusters or what have you. So what I'm doing today, I took the images, and I wish I had had the print before I cut these so you guys could see the whole sheet. But you can on her site, and you can decide if it's something that you want to use. But like I said, I've been looking for some eyes, and it was really funny because I didn't even mention this to Kim that I was looking for some eyes. And so what I did is cut out the pieces that were the largest eyes with just my circle punch. I was going to try to initially cut them more oblong, but I didn't like the rough edge. You know, I liked it better being a good, nice circle. So then I found a free printable online, and I don't know where this came from, but I got it off of Pinterest, and it was a free printable, and it had these beautiful butterflies on them. And I know butterflies are something that Kim likes as well. So this is what I have come up with. So with the eyes, this one's already finished. What I used on this was a glossy accent. I don't know if you can see it very well. It's kind of overcast in my office right now because of there's a big thunderstorm or something. But I'll show you the whole process here in a moment. But this is what I did with the eye, and I've seen some other things done similar to this. And I just wasn't sure exactly how it was going to work out. One benefit of being in like 90+ degree weather is that your glitter glue and your glossy accents do dry pretty quickly. So this one is done also, and I just really need to get the edges inked up well, because I think when you do that, even if you have to leave a little tiny bit of the white when you're doing the fussy cutting, it allows you to, blend everything in with the distressed ink. And I have some distressed ink that I need to look for that's a little bit darker. I've always used pretty much the tea dye, but I know some people used use brushed corduroy, or they just use a standard brown or maybe a walnut stain. But I like the lighter ink, but then with kind of like a heavy hand. So after I ink this, I'm just going to go around the edge very, very lightly with this Stickles glitter glue. And then that helps to draw it in together as well. I also took the little stamen or antenna, not stamen, that's for a flower, and I put these the glitter glue on them as well so that they would stand out. So what I'm going to do, and again, my trusty tweezers, which I've been telling you guys, if you haven't been able to get a pair of these really pointy tweezers, you're missing out, because they're so helpful in moving things like this that you don't want to get glitter all over. You know, you don't want to ruin your piece when you pick it up. So let me get a paper towel right here, because I did get some glitter on my baseboard. I love these, by the way. I have a green one, and purple's kind of my color, so pardon me. I got myself a purple one with a large ruler and roller blade so that I could do some fabric squares for you all, and I'm going to be doing that soon. I have a whole bunch that I picked out the other day. My mom has so much, but anyway, that's a side story. So here we have these two butterflies with the eyes in the middle, and then I'm going to show you how I make them. So what I do first is I have this yellow material. Now it's kind of a heavier, I'm not exactly sure what it is. It kind of reminds me of just a heavier cotton maybe or something. But I had tried to trace out circles, but they weren't coming out as big as I wanted them to. So I'm just going to freehand them, because what I'm going to do with them then is not even use them as a circle. So I'm going to fold this in half, and what I'm going to do is just cut out the rim, or cut a circle in the middle, so that all that I have left is the outside. And we can trim this up a little bit. And if you want to fray it some, you can. This is because it's a little bit heavier. It's a little bit tougher to fray. But once you work with it a little bit on the project itself, it tends to fray out more. So I just have this little white card here, white cardstock, that I'm going to take an eye, and I'm going to cut this so that when I put it on the back of the eye, it'll kind of resemble a ruffle. Now there's so many beautiful poems and, you know, things that we can talk about that relate to eyes. You know, people say that eyes are the window to the soul, and really that's kind of a very accurate concept, because you can read somebody's face, you know, very, very well from what their facial expressions and their eye eye expressions give you. Can see sometimes we talk, and when we talk about people with depression and things like that, we talk about how a lot of people with depression, you don't even know they have it, because they hide it so well. But sometimes, you know, you can smile and hide it, but you can also see it through their eyes. So here we have just a little piece. I hope I did that in frame for you guys. Sorry, let me just show you here. So what I basically did is I put on the back of the eye piece just this little red, just this little yellow ruffle. And then I'm going to pull it up, and and it doesn't have to be exactly straight. You might get some more ruffle on one side than you do the other, but I don't find that it's really a big deal. But these tweezers come in very handy for pressing things down and making more ruffles if you need to do that. And of course, having sufficient glue on there is going to be key as well, so that you can manipulate your fabric however you want. So there we have this one. And like I said, as you start to work with it here, once it's ruffled, I think I need a tiny bit more glue. Let me see right here. I'm going to push that in a little bit more. So I'm going to put a tiny bit more glue under there, and then press that down. And then right here, I'm going to snip off this little corner because I don't want it looking like a triangle. Okay, so I think I've got a little glue on the outside, so let me get that off. Okay, so there we have the ruffle around the eye. And then what I have is a roll of pure silk twist, it's called. I don't know, this is probably old. I got it out of my mom has, she has tons of sewing notions, but she has a chest where she keeps all of her spools of thread. So I just looked through there and I was able to find a something that was kind of gold that would mix in with this yellow fabric. So then I have in my seashell here just a bunch of beads, and I'm just going to go in and add them around the side. And as you do that, you'll get a little rim around the edge of the eye, and then at the end we'll put the glossy accents in it. Now, one of the things I do have to say is the eyes on this project are not quite as vibrant as I would like them to be, and I don't think it's because of the digital itself. I think it's because of my printer. One of these days I will have to invest in a better printer for printing out some of these things. But what I have now suffices as far as what my budget is. So I love this green seed bead mix, and why is that not coming through? Ouch. That's why these, when you're doing your freestyle Friday challenges, you sometimes have to improvise. And that's, I don't want that to rip. I think I got a little glue on it, and that's why it doesn't want to come through. So let me see if I can use my tweezer to pull it. So you run into like some snafus sometimes, or maybe I'm not a beater by any sense of the imagination. I just do what I think I know how to do and go with that. So I was watching some beautiful beading techniques online, and I thought that I would really like to do that, but right now we'll just take, I have my list, and we'll just take it one challenge at a time. Now what I'm doing here is one of the threads is a little bit wonky on this one bead. So I'm just gonna kind of pull it tight and see if that helps. This this linen thread is really nice to use, but it does bunch up a little bit, and I might have been better off using a single strand. But hopefully I can just maneuver the bead a little bit and we won't see so much of the thread. Okay, so another thing that I was reading up on, and this is something that I've loved for many years because of loving vintage pin cushions, and even at a point making some myself. And also I love hearts. So I don't know if you all are familiar with the sailor's hearts, where years ago when the sailor was at sea and his love, of course, on land, they would often sail to places like the Indies and different beautiful locations where they could get little trinkets or beads or fabrics. And also they would use what they would find in the ocean as well, like shells. And what they would make is what they called a sailor's pin cushion, or a sailor Valentine heart. Now, I don't really do the Valentine thing, but I do think that the sailors' hearts were so beautiful. And if you have a chance to look at some of them, they use a lot of this style of beading. And also they would sew little images in the middle sometimes of the different things, like maybe a captain, or maybe if they found a photo of a woman or something of that nature, sometimes they would sew in the middle. But hopefully by next Friday, when we have Techniques Friday, I will show you my version of the Sailor's pincushion. And you feel free to look it up too, because it's definitely a beautiful art, especially if you like beading and you like fancy trims and you like seashells. So, kind of a fun thing to do. Okay, so we're getting around at the end, and I may have to thread a needle again, because I don't know that this piece was, oh stars, I need a thimble for this. I don't know if there's enough to go around the whole side with it, so I might have to stop here after this one and put in a new piece of thread. And if you guys don't really want to watch me do this part of it, feel free to speed up the video if you need to. So let me anchor this down a little bit, and then I'm going to thread another piece of ribbon here, or thread, pardon me. That silly glue is going to end up into my, I'm going to move it now. It's going to end up in my glossy accents if I'm not careful. So guys, I think I'm seriously going to be finished with Temu. I have a lot of stuff that I've accumulated and I've been using, and I'm fine with that for now. So I have approached them to see if they would like me to just, you know, for them to send me products to sponsor them, and they don't want to do that. So I'm pretty much done with the Temu. Plus they send me 1,000 texts and emails and alerts, which, you know, I can turn all those off, but they have these games that you can play to like refer people, so you can get a free gift, which is fine, but it's so difficult to win them that, you know, it's not even worth the hassle. So unless there's something on there I really need, I'm not going to and I'm talking about need, I'm not going to be participating with Temu for a while, because it's just, I guess I'm just over that. So I do also purchase from Amazon, but mainly Amazon I use for things that I need, like ink or glue, because I don't get out to the stores very much. I'm hoping that in another couple weeks, after the weather calms down a little bit, if it ever does, that I want to start thrifting more, because I really, and this has always been, you know, a thing for me of loving to go to estate sales and thrifting, and then being able to use what I find in my artwork. And you can't always... Now, why did that get mixed up after just not even one thread? It's probably this satin stuff. It gets, it's so light and airy, this. I want to start to go thrifting, like I was saying, and because that's always been the way that I've gotten my supplies for the majority of my art, because I've always loved mixed media. And when you can find different things that you can use in your art that's related to mixed media, it's really fun. So okay, now this is getting on my nerves, so it's going to be snipped. Sorry I snipped ya. Hopefully I still have enough to finish the beading. I don't know why it did that. I have that trouble sometimes with embroidery floss, but I've learned to just let my needle hang and it will unravel itself. But I guess because this is supposed to be silk thread, it doesn't act like embroidery floss very well. So I apologize for these little issues here. So my husband and I checked out a thrift shop that's been around for a long time. We just haven't been in the other day. That's local. And that place has tons and tons of stuff. But the only thing I got was a dictionary, because I don't really have any dictionary pages other than little tiny ones. And I got a book for my mom and a book for myself. And the book that I bought for myself has some pretty interesting images in it, but I want to finish reading it before I do anything with the book. So here we go, and we've got a mess on the back, but that's not going to show, so that's not a big deal. I'm just going to go ahead and tie some of these loose threads so that my beads don't come off. Now with the glossy accents, it's a little bit of a glue mixture as well, so it will help to hold the beads in place in case some would try to escape. So, and I'm going to put some glue on the back of this, so hopefully it'll keep the strays in line. So there I went ahead and went around each of the whole eye with the beads, as you can see. And then this yellow ruffle kind of gives it some definition. So I'm going to cut out this large green butterfly, and I'm just going to go to close to the edges as I can without causing any, to cut right into the image. And plus, I think this green one with the gold will definitely add to the look nice with the beaded eye that we made. I haven't seen my Terry for a little bit, so I hope she's doing okay. And I was talking to Michelle from the Hobby Hobbit, and we were talking about some ink sprays, and I have some Dylusions ink sprays available. If you've never used them, they're amazing. They color things so vibrant and beautiful, and they're also larger bottles, so you get a lot. And if you're interested in any of those, you can send me an email at jeansgems@gmail.com. It's Dylusions ink spray by Ranger, and I've used them for a long time, and I really love them. I used them in my project that I did for Caroline's Craft Tree. So if you want to see what they look like or how they work, you can certainly check out that video. Also, I did a video on my doodle flowers, which I make with the spray, so you can check that out. Okay, so let me go ahead and ink this now. You guys had to watch me cut that out. Sorry about that. Get all this fluff out of here. And let me see where my needle is. I don't want to lose it. I have a tendency to lose it, and then it's on the floor. See how when you ink this, it even with the brown, it even kind of blends into the butterfly so that it looks like it's supposed to be there. So I love the inking process on this to make it look rich and draws the whole thing in like it's supposed to be that way. So I think that's why I kind of like the tea stain, because it's not so stark in your face, but yet if you want to make it a little darker, you can. Now with this one, I'm going to put the glitter glue in a different place. So the first thing I do is I glitter glue the antennae. And this glue, if you're not a big glitter person, but you like a touch of it here and there, these Stickles glitter are amazing, because they really do keep your stickles from, keep your glitter from coming out in big globs. And one of the reasons why I don't use like Dollar General or some of those places, their glitter glues, is because of that. And guys, I do have some glitter glues available too. So if you're interested in any of the Stickles glitter glues, I have a range of about 5 colors or so, or more, I'm not sure, that I have duplicates of. I know I have orange and black that will be nice for the upcoming fall season. I have this one's called Cool Mint. I have one that's just a twinkle or a white. This is more of a holographic one called Unicorn. And this one is called yellow. Okay. And I have another one that's called Cranberry, I believe. I can't even see that. Maybe you guys can. I'll hold it up there. And I know I have another blue called Sea Glass. I'm not sure of what other colors I have off the top of my head, but I do have those. And I do have some Tim Holtz Dylusions inks that I have not opened that are still in the package. However, I cannot guarantee their pigmentation because I've had them for probably 5 years. So if you're interested in any of those Ranger products, just let me know and I'll be happy to send you the cost, if anything. And really, I'm not looking for big money. I just need someone to help me with the shipping prices. And then also I want to, I'm gonna, if you buy some of the glitter glue and some of the sprays, I will probably just throw in a color or two of the inks that I have that haven't been opened free, because I don't know, like I said, what their quality is going to be like. I gave some to my daughter. I guess I could ask her if she ever used hers and ask her if they were pigmented or not. She had been designing some cards there for a little bit, so I should have glued this on before I put the glossy accents, but it's okay. So there's that one, and I think they all turned out really pretty. These are starting to dry now, so let me show you up close. It does allow for the eye to be a little bit more vibrant to help with my poor printer quality. Also, if you follow Kim on her channel, Kim Newberg, she will show you what she prints some of her pages on, and I think she printed a glossy one on maybe photo paper or something, and they were absolutely beautiful. So thank you so much for joining me today on my Freestyle Friday. I really appreciate you guys watching my channel and enjoying meeting new people. And I do put a list of channels that I normally watch and get inspiration from, so I will link those below, and I hope that you all can hop over to Kim's coffee shop, or even Caroline's Crafty coffee shop. She has some beautiful images and digitals that she offers in her free and in her membership section. So there's a lot of inspiration out there, so keep looking and create. I mean, if you see something that you like and you have your own twist on it, for sure do that. I can't remember the newest artist that I found recently, but I will link her in the bottom. I just love the way she talks to people. It's not like she's putting on at all, and I like the way she shows the things that she does. So I will list her. I think she's a boho artist. And let me know what you think of the butterflies, whether you think these should be if I should put chains on them to be like a dangle from a paper clip, or just a paper clip, or what you think I should do with my eye butterflies. So again, thank you so much. If you come across my channel and care to subscribe, I would really appreciate it. I'm still trying to reach 500, and I'm telling you all, I have some amazing gifts to send out for my 500 and more giveaway. So keep that in mind. Share channels of your friends, give shout outs, and help people realize that we are here, we are loving what we do, and we want to share our art with others. So you all have a great night. Try to stay cool in this disgustingly hot weather, and that's all for now, guys. Love ya.